Hello, hi, how are you? I hope you're having a legendary night. It is time. It is time, friends. Oh my God, is it ever time? Bear with me 8 seconds because we're about to do this. Where are you? There we go. I'll fix that later. Either way, it's there, it's fixed, it's on. It is Final Fantasy time. Bear with me. Just gonna log in. It'll be fine, okay? So, what are we doing tonight? Dawn Trail 7.3. I am very sorry for not being able to stream it last week. I wanted to. It was strong. I wanted it. But sadly, there was some family stuff I had to deal with. Either way, we're here. We're here. I'm not lying to you. I've been trying. Huh? I have been trying pretty badly, okay, to get okay. Sorry, the launcher gave me an error there for a second. So I have been like letting my ear to the ground, trying to figure out if it's any good. Okay, because we all want to know, maybe is 7.3 good? I don't know what to tell you. But the short answer is I don't fucking know. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you if it's good. And usually you get a feel for it online. Usually you see Twitter go bananas if it's amazing or bananas if it's batshit. I don't know. And I don't want to say that concerns me, but it concerns me a little. I admit that. And not because I think it's going to be bad. I, so far, have liked the story. There's a few missteps, I think. Like, let's talk about it. Actually, let's do that. Let's talk about it. What are the missteps of the story for me? Personally, okay? I'm gonna have to go to my homeworld. Shit. We'll do that right away. Anyway. I deserve that. So, long story short, we're gonna figure it out. But, yeah, I haven't heard a whole lot. I haven't heard a lot. And that does scare me just a little. Just a little. So we'll figure it out. I'm just getting up my chats and stuff. Sorry, hello, Daggett. Sorry about that. 7.3. Yep, we are doing it. 5 hours. It is long. Love it. You liked it? Okay, still not Ishikawa's writing. Very fair. To me, I'm not gonna lie, these are the missteps so far of Dawn Trail. One, I think, and this is globally, I think they took way too much. They went from way up here defeating gods to a little adventurer story, and I don't think people were ready for that. I really don't. That's a potential misstep. A second potential misstep, the first section was too long. First half, too long. Did I like it? Yes. Did I like the growth? Yes. You will not hear me argue about the growth, the lessons learned. I love Uklamat. I think she's the sweetest thing since sliced bread. Love her. That's not the problem. I would say too long. Like, some of the quest lines went on and very much dragging the point. And the second half was fast. And was intense. A lot. Was a lot. I'm not lying to anybody. And much like Endwalker, I don't know if the entire audience was ready for it to go so hard. Like hard and heavy, because that's dealing with those subject matters are not easy. Especially if you're fresh into something like that, you're losing someone. That's hard. So that being said, like if that's your criticism, I agree. It's fine. So again, I didn't find it bad, terrible. Ugh. No, none of that. I was okay with all of that. The part that I was not okay with was patches 1 and 2. And hear me out. We grabbed one of the hardest subject matters in the world. It is. I'm sorry, it is, right? One of the most difficult subject matters. And then we played it out over a year. We kept banging it on your head. And I feel like that was a lot. It was too much. The end of patch 2 was really good, and finally a flip, a little bit more. I think they could have done that like beginning of patch 2 or at the end of patch 1 to show some like levity coming. I think Wicklamutt is like candy, enjoyable here and there. That's fair. No, that's very fair. Some people don't like that type of storytelling, and that's okay, or don't like that type of character, and that's okay, or like some in short doses. That's fair. So yeah, to me, patches 1 and 2 went a little bit too hard on the reminder of the finality of death. Like, of all subject matter, that's a fucking subject matter. Like, baby, that is a subject matter. Update, cause I'm cute. Okay, let me see what I got. Everything needs to be upgraded. I'm booked. What do I have for currency? Not much. Not much. Okay, let's go to... We'll see. We'll see what we can do. Repair. One thing first. We might be replacing some gear real quick. So yeah, there's again. Did I like it? Yes. Did I think it was heavy? And by the time I hit patch point 2, I was dealing with loss. And I was like, it was a lot. It is AC, but I mean, again, we tend to put the parallels of our own life, right? But yeah, but that's basically what it has been. Just on the head of, hey, let's talk about the finality. And you're like, God damn, doing this again. I suppose. Okay, let's see if I can mathematics or can I get accessory? No, I can't get fuck all. Love that. Let's see what I can do here. White mesh. Ooh, that's pretty. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get me the biggest upgrade, +9. So it's about that. That's the same. Okay, so the best thing I can do is grab a big piece. So let's go to a hat. We'll start there. Ew. No, we're not updating that. Fucking yuck. Hold on. No. Okay. Where's the ding-a-ling? Where's the ding-dong? I see you. I see you. Where's the market? There's the summoning bell. There's got to be a market here somewhere. Fine, then I'll go the fuck to Ul'dah. Don't bother me. Trial needs 725. Alright, cool. We're gonna try to get a couple pieces and we should be fine. So yeah, that's my problem. Is that at least I liked the main story a lot more than I liked the patches, which is normal. I mean, so there's some parts that are just regular, but I found it like drag on. So I am excited to see the conclusion for because if you guys don't remember, the 0.3 patch typically is the end of the storyline. That is the true ending of the game. You get a solid conclusion and then you have the cleanup. And then typically the 4 and 5 and 5.5 are setting you up for the next expansion. Which low-key, we still don't have a reveal, which is interesting, but we'll see soon. Alright, let's go. Mage. There I am. All right, let's start here. And we're gonna start with what I need the most, okay? So we get some tenors. They gotta go first. So boots would probably be, or legs. Start with legs. Damn. Damn. Oh yes, the Hotgar got some fucking stuff. There's one way I'm hoping this end expansion, do a final duel between the Dawn servants. That'd be fun. All right, now let's go for a ring. It's a big bump. I shouldn't cheat. We like that. Yeah. Let's see what we get at. Let's see what we got. Start there. We are close. We are close. Okay, do we got another tenor I can kill? Right there, look. Ears and wrists. Nice and cheap. Alright. No ears. Nice and cheap. We're cheating. Oh my yes, the Vera and the Hrothgar, you deserve all the good stuff. Finally. Fuck right off. Alright, so we need wrist. Son of a bitch. Oh, it's just too much. I need gil. Do I have anything to sell on me? It's not that much. I have lots to sell on me. Actually, let me go see if my retainers have any money. You might. You do. You have lots. Okay, let's see. Got it. Okay, now where is the repair guy? Up here? Are you gonna repair my shit? No, the next one. It's the materia melder. Right here. Oh, absolutely. They make a shit ton. What's the matter, little puppy? My dog's on the couch behind the desk. All right. You're ready. But also, can we talk about the name of that first quest? Targeted Tragedy. I literally just spent how much time telling you that, like, the one fault I had with all of this was too much doom and gloom. That's not bad. If you hear the dog, I'm sorry. What a dog. She's something. My husband's due to get back any minute. And it's because they went out and are borrowing an AC unit for the night. Basically, we're in a giant heat wave. And the wildfires are going crazy in my province. All bad. However, I have a heat pump in my bedroom that doesn't have enough Freon. So I've got nothing but hot air coming out of that fucking thing. When it's like 20 degrees, there's enough Freon to move. There isn't in these big heats. So it's fucking hot in my bedroom. So he's got a friend who's got an AC unit that we're gonna borrow for the night, for the next couple nights. And we're hoping for rain. Here we go. If you have a moment, War Chief, Geo would like stock of our current crisis. Oblivion may be lacking the finer details in certain areas, so we'd like you to lend your perspective to the conversation. Sorry to drag you to this meeting. We need a better handle on the threats Alexandria is facing right now. Not at all. Much has happened since the state funeral, and a clearer idea of where things stand might be beneficial for us all. First things first then, let's discuss the state of the machine malfunctions. Every single sector reported instances of sentries attacking citizens without provocation, the vehicles suddenly becoming unresponsive to controls. That's not good. And while these malfunctions were resolved fairly quickly, they nevertheless resulted in a considerable number of injuries and death. You haven't heard anything about new incidents since then? Right. No additional reports have been logged as far as I know, and that's the good news. The bad news is I tried to take control of the soldiers when they thought they were hurting people. They wouldn't listen to me, even though I have the king's authority. Once things calmed down, I was finally able to give up their weapons, but if that happens again, I don't know if they'll ignore me. The king's resolves authority is about the highest there is. Who is this man that can override with such impunity? I'm sorry, do you hear the dog? Hold on. He lived in the age of the storm surge as I did. Lest you forget, he was known for his advancements. Oh my goodness. Give me a minute. I'm gonna go deal with that. Come here. Say hi to everybody, but come here. Up, 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 up. Oh, there's a pitty boy. Oh, some big stretches. She's fine, by the way. She just saw the neighbor existing across the street. That's all. Existing. Oh shit, I hit some buttons. I missed that last line. God love her. Preservation's early goals seem noble, exploring treatments to level of sickness, designing Everkeep's core system. Why the harm was ostensibly trying to help? I do not pretend to fully understand Calix's motivations, only that he's appeared incensed. His strategy of adapting our species through generational succession was outdated. The evolution now requires us to forsake our bodies. We've already seen how he's employed the simulant to convince Alexandrians. Eternal life is assured. This is merely one part of Calix's greater plan. He wants the key to interdimensional fusion. With the relic in his possession, he will draw aether from the reflections that expands his effort to create endless 1,000-fold. That my neighbor was existing in his own yard, across the street. Dog was not having it. If we mean to foil Calix's schemes, our only option is to determine where he's hiding and put him down. Which, unfortunately, is easier said than done. I've been scouring the terminal and we found depths of the Everkeep. I failed to uncover even the slightest trace of his activities. Give me a little more time though. I'm sure I can sniff him out. I'll help you. I saw the trailer and they made him cry, and sweet fucking loving Heidelin, if they make him cry, I'm gonna lose it. While Galulja and Shale are working on it, I think I'm gonna take a look around town. I want to make sure no new problems have propped up. You're welcome to sting along. Another malfunction could happen at any time. Born. For our future is taken, and our future is controlled, which is the other fucked up thing that people forget. Endless is a good idea, depending on who's in fucking charge. I have to speak to the city administrator to bring in the Landsguard. I want our soldiers around protecting those of Tuliulal. Alfino and Alice will be joining me for the meeting, so the three of us can cover the sector as soon as we're done. If I may, I'd like to join War Chief's group if you'll have me. No. Yes, you can come, silly girl. The more mouths to question, the merrier, as long as we are aware of the dangers. Thank you. I'll do my best to not be a burden. I'm more worried about you, Geo. Don't do anything stupid. Change your tune when we get back with goods on Calix, and the drinks are on you. So, he dies? Come on, let's continue this outside. Speaking of which, and I'm not saying this as like, they should totally do it, Game of Thrones style. We haven't had a game death in a while. Like a true main roster out. And judging by the silence on Twitter, I don't think we're getting one. Sorry, I was off my own little world. Shall we get started? Are you alright, Geode? Me? Oh, well enough given the circumstances. The Queen's fondest wish was that her subject remain shielded from the horrors of death, and so they were for the longest times. Then, the moment mortality once again becomes an unavoidable fact of life, they are greeted with the outbreak of bloody violence. Oh, absolutely, I'll take it, yeah. Many are bound to give the endless alternative serious consideration. Indeed, I do not blame them for that. It's only natural that such thoughts should come to mind. What I cannot forgive is the way Calic wields fear and misery to manipulate people into making that choice. No one, not Calyx nor anyone else, should dictate how we cope with the specter of death. As one who lived as an Alexandrian, I wish to put the choices of this country futures back into the hands of its citizens. And pure, it would shock everyone. Elaine, I think you're correct, and same as Y'shtola. Y'shtola was a plant dead. They foreshadowed it, they set her up for it. I don't think that she was supposed to make it to Shadowbringers. But I digress. Excuse me, I ran out of Kleenex. Which kind of sucks. Not that I want characters to die all the time. That's definitely the opposite of what I'd like. What I'm saying is that we lose everything gains plot armor. We lose the idea that this is a realistic world, right? No. Convince me as you can. And remember, in a storyline talking about the finality of death, death might have fit. But again, neither here nor there. La Breja. Nice, I didn't know that. I awoke 4 centuries later to find people living and laughing beneath Alexandria's banner. Though surprised and bewildered, I was overjoyed to see it. You all deserve to be happy. Well then. You'd best not let you down. Now, I suggest we move as a group. We don't want to know when a battle might strike. And prepare for such inevitability. Oh, we've got a summoner. But I did like a lot of the media material where everyone was fighting back, including her, and I thought that was cool. Makes sense. 2 of you, Westwide Recreation Zone. Exactly, Elaine. It's plot armor, right? And if you like a character, he'll be fine. There's no risk to the storyline. Where the lesser characters, they'll die. No problem. Let's do the rounds and see what we meet along the way. I enjoy this mechanic, okay? It's not terrible. They just don't need to use it as much. Are the sentries and air wheelers safe to be around? I don't know. I know it's gonna happen again. I need a near irregular. Becoming endless is the only way. Queen's Fiend said so. It's this part I like about that type of quest. I used to drink around here all the time. I made sure not to overdo it and hit back the next day. And we were past busy season. The worst day I ever got is what should have been the worst day of my life I can remember. I was still wearing a regulator. It's also the first day I met Shale. Again, I think he's dying. Not to be an asshole, but I think he's dying. Not for bad reasons, but because we're setting him up with a backstory and we're kind of, you know what I mean? Like we're learning about him on the fly like this. It has me in such fine mood. Well, I've just registered my new regulator. I was leery, coming in nothing of memories at first. Never felt better. And once it was done, the regulator displayed the current numbers of 5,000 slots available. Over 3,800 have already filled. So if you're still hesitant, you've not much time to make up your mind. Shock everyone if something happened to him. Oh yeah. I think Alphino, like, honestly, Urianger would be my pick. Alphino would be my second pick because their storylines are done, and we've gotten the growth out of him. Finality, true finality, is not a terrible next step. A good friend of mine died when those machines went crazy. His air wheeler popped right out of the sky and he didn't survive. Damn fool wasn't wearing a regulator. I feel like there's a new factor we haven't heard. We haven't... The vast majority of residents have always worn regulators, so it's not a detail we normally think about. But with the happy souls cut off, though more and more without them, we need to look into the casualties of the recent attacks. There you go. We're trying to see. Okay, I get it. We gotta go this way. Exactly. Alice would be forced to put her growth to test. Because again, her story is that she's always been dependent and that she's had to grow up fast and hard. And I'm wondering how she would handle something like that, where she actually had to deal. I don't know the number of names. City, the little ones would jump for joy when I brought them packages. Aww. Like, again, I think that would be a great storyline. Hello there. How are you today? Please let me be of service. Citywide casualty data unavailable. Government officials processing. Calibrating parameters. 87 individuals. Casualties 19. Casualties equipped with regulators 0. Targeted attack, I see. You wish to know who died in the... Right. I'm sorry, I was assigned to cleaning the debris. I didn't see any of the deceased. No bodies were present. I do remember there being patches of white dust scattered. Wee. No, I think that would be a good storyline. And it's very much a story of practice what you preach. Because again, it is so easy for us to walk in and be like, it's death, you just deal with it. So this, I honestly believe this was the time to do it. And I don't think it'll happen. But I think we'll lose Geode, but... So essentially saying the people who were killed were not wearing regulators. Correct. Well, the numbers are still tentative, but to apply that to one zone, we don't know until we stack up the overall data. But there's definitely more than a coincidence. I think it's safe to say anyone who removed their regulator was a priority target. Now that you mention it, the person I was treating for injuries wasn't wearing one either. But why? Why are they targeted over everyone else? Based solely on the lack of neo-regulators, cannot judge if a person has no desire to become endless, or they simply fail to acquire one in limited devices. But those who wear no regulator at all had clearly rejected the old system. I think it's more manipulative. Because honestly, if people had come back from it versus actually, you know, gone. The big bye-bye. Chances of such resolute people wish to become endless are far lower, I would imagine. So Calyx had chosen those likely to accept his vision as victims to stroke fear and panic. That's what I said. Manipulation. The way things were, people are already fearful. Literally, anyone passing away in the city would have done this. He didn't need an event. Okay, everyone's favorite grandma that tells stories, all you needed. What of the dust? Right, sanitation worker. No bodies, but lots of dust. Dust, but no bodies. Where have I heard that before? Do you recall on the outskirts to save Aaronville from the sentries in the outskirts? The user Malachite said the same thing? Ah, yes. He did. They fried him. I do like the music though. In that case, we should confirm this substance was present at other sites and attempt to ascertain its nature. Following this thread may not lead us to an explanation of the missing bodies, but could also be the intent of Calix's murderous actions. Okay. Alright, alright. We need your help. Lost control. Let's go. Cavalry's coming in. Out of all the things that they have to change for the graphics is when they turn. That's it. If you could just get them to turn regularly.
Stay back! Stay away from me! Leave him alone!
Are you all right?
What happened here?
A sentry walked into my apartment, even though I'd locked the door and everything. I managed to run, but the man who tried to save me...
No weapons, which is to be expected, considering all the sentries were meant to be disarmed.
Okay.
Yet it was ordered to attack all the same, even if that meant using its bare hands.
I'll leave matters here to you. I'm going to do a sweep of the surrounding area.
You never split the party.
Do you know anyone else in this sector who no longer wears a regulator?
Oh, I don't think I've seen Isadora and her boy with theirs recently.
Go to them, quickly!
It's punchy, punchy, hand, hand time.
I'll be fine. But Isadora's in bad shape.
Healing is on the way.
Mother! Mother, please!
Isadora!
Help! Lilian White Mage.
Oh, thank goodness. She wasn't struck anywhere vital.
I'm sorry. If only I'd gotten here sooner.
Everything will be all right. I promise to make your mother better.
You don't do that. Never do that. You do your best.
Thank you, miss.
Oh, okay, I am helping. Thank God. I was like, shit.
Will she sleep like that forever?
No, not forever. She'll wake soon. I'm sure of it.
That's good to hear. Thank you for saving her.
The little smile. I love it. Okay, okay, we're getting our intros. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. I was reckless. I shouldn't have wasted my time tending the wounds. See the other comrades back there? He stayed behind the lobby. Sounds like they were fighting. I'm sorry. I must have fallen the residence. My knee, my knee, my knee. The endless choice. Whoa. Wayakwe is fearful for a comrade. Our comrade, do you think he's been struck down, wounded, or worse? I should go to him. Wait, please, it isn't safe. You'll need a rest. We will tend to your friend. Thank you. Be careful. There's the exit. Whee! Okay. Isadora's gonna be alright then? I'm so glad. I've just finished my ministrations here. Our Oblivion comrade was beyond saving. I'm afraid. Brave soul. He gave his life to save another. He died protecting me. I don't understand why any of this is happening. The sentry was behaving normally and then all of a sudden it tried to kill me. Weapons or no, Calyx commanded them to murder. Is it over? We came the moment we heard. I'm sorry, by the time we arrived, it was already too late. Then Geode could be in trouble once the radius is locked down. Why? Something happened? Possibly, we're not sure, but he stopped responding to our communications. Okay, then we should be off. I agree, since most Oblivion members have sworn off regulators, if our theory holds true, then they could be the prime target. That's alright. Don't you worry. This game's a lot. And that's fine too. Please do what you can to shepherd the residents to safety, but avoid the sentries at all cost. Our thanks. Here, take these communicators. What's the matter, baby girl? We made modifications to prevent Calyx from intercepting. Ooh, we figured it out. Nice. Chest 1-2, and we'll keep hailing for Geode. Good luck and stay safe. Come here, sweetie. Oh, big girly girl. You want cuddles for a minute? Hold on, it's pity time. Up, up, up. Go say hi to Mama. Is it pity pup time? It is. Oh, goodness. That's Jaina Proudmore. No, you can't. There's no snacks. There's no snacks. Anyway, her head is as big as mine. Like, Beastmaster. Oh, that's true. Ah! Geode said he would keep the surrounding area. It's a long time to get all the features of an expansion. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing, like, we release story content at a certain speed. The others, like, stuff like classes should have all been out at the beginning. In my humble opinion. No sign of Geode. Perhaps you should search somewhere else. Whee! Cats on pittings are hiding. Kitties. Mine are somewhere. I don't even know. Basically, I'm alone in the house with the dog, which never happens. Ever, ever, ever. My husband and my son, my oldest, is looking for an AC for the night. And my youngest is out hanging out with the neighbors right now, which he does that a lot. Geode, answer me. No response? You should perhaps search further. Okay. Goddess of the Hand. Baby girl. That's an awesome title. Just saying. Excellent title. Goddess of the Hand. New Mate's always been a mid to late expansion thing. Okay. You may be right. I may be wrong on this subject. That's okay.
This is the only place left. Let them be safe.
Geode, are you there? Answer me, please!
I'm here. Sorry for the long silence. I've been busy.
Oh, you're alive! Thank the gods! Where are you now?
The radius next door. The lobby is secure. I'll scout the second floor. Then I'll join it.
Mm-hmm. Ghostbuster juicing them up.
That dust.
Dust? What are you talking?
They're not just collecting souls. They're draining the bodies of corporeal ether. The dust that we saw was all that was left of the victims.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
They must have
It's called
modified the
grilled
soul
cheese.
cells.
Truly. I do have some Final Fantasy stuff like right there. You can just not see it. But that's just the way the camera angles. I could possibly bring it down. Oh, I cannot. Damn. Down would have been better, but I digress. Cannot. Because it would have been a better angle and you guys could see like my posters and everything.
Shit.
My man, shit.
Damn you!
Head back. You just gave it a weapon.
You can't be here! You need to run now!
trap.
What did I tell you? How do you do? Almost like I know what I'm doing.
Take care of the others, eh?
It's almost like I knew.
No sign of him so. Geode!
Like I said, you never split the party. Why isn't that one blinking? That's gotta be Sphene.
A shame. I had hoped to leave here with at least one more cell's worth of ether.
Oh no, okay, so that's the body he took for himself.
But seeing how eager you are to interfere, I shall cut this foray short.
Calyx. What could you possibly stand to gain from these atrocities?
Boy, the music pick up fucking hard. Let's go.
Ether sufficient to generate 5,000 endless. How would you acquire it?
How would I?
Until I have the key, the reflections are closed to me. Thus do I make do with the sources at hand. 7% of Alexandria's current population will yield the energy to convert 5,000 into endless. With 11%, operations could continue unabated for 800 years. Our bodies are fated to decay sooner or later. These ones refuse the gift of eternal life, so what difference does it make if I return them to ether now?
Just walks through the dust. Nice touch, I'll give it that.
I will not waste time and resources on meaningless conflict. This unit cannot offer me worthwhile resistance. Instead, I pose a question. Would you hand over the key if I promise to halt my harvest?
So the question is, and let's break that question down. The question is, will you give me the item for me to take the same resource from everywhere else but here? So basically, genocide. The answer is genocide. I'm gonna do it to other people. You just don't know them. And what do we say to genocide? No! What are you doing, Miss Girl?
It was foolish of me to even ask.
It was. You stupid.
I return to my work then. There is much...
I'm pretty. Pretty Petey. He didn't even take it. That's the worst of it. At least to me, that's the worst of it. That resource was worth killing people over. But you left it there. Pile of dust. These ashes. And the soul he left behind was this twisted way of returning Geode to us. Damn you, Calyx. Damn you and your careless cruelty. He was our friend. Even so, you might say every death was justified if it meant 5,000 Endless could continue their immortal lives. And if her reflection stolen ether allowed for more Endless, why, it would be a noble sacrifice for the greater good. Who could think that? Not I. Certainly not I. You know only too well this is not a noble sacrifice. It's eugenics when you choose people's lives that are more valuable than others. Pretty much, Elaine. Yep. But yeah, the second I say you are more valuable than me, this person's more valuable than this person because of, and it's, you see what I mean? That is also like, this is a big bag of what the fuck. Big bag. Yes, we will thwart his plans. That's the definitions here. Like, it is bad at every single point. In the back room, Shell needs to know. What are you chewing? Hey! I see you! I'm watching you do the bad! Get out of there! Dog chewing on the fucking HDMI cord. Hey! Get over here! Here! Stop your shit!
Our dear Geode.
Soldiers. If only I'd been able to control them.
This isn't your fault, Gololja. The blame lies with Calyx, and with him alone. It's all so senseless. Why force his plans upon us when we're already happy? Living our lives. What does he even think life is? I'll never forgive Calyx for doing this.
Okay, sorry.
Or myself for being powerless to stop him.
Wait, where are you going?
To clear my head. Don't worry, I won't do anything stupid.
I'm gonna put this on a quick hold, okay? I really need to pee. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, we're gonna leave it right there, not touch anything, right back. I'm back. Sorry. Thank you for letting me. I was doing the dance. I'm so sorry. Okay, you know what this means. We have to delete Calyx. No mercy. Any happy expenses? Not a whole lot. Not usually. Most Final Fantasies
Stay
have
here and
fucking
get some
tragedy.
rest. I'll make sure nostalgia stays out of trouble.
Thank you.
We built a train bomb. We did build a train bomb. It kind of feels so far away now.
Things would have been far worse if you and Geode hadn't rushed in there. Many people are still alive because of you. And after adding what you discovered to the leads we've dug up, I'm hopeful we can determine where Calyx is hiding. But not right now.
Oh, we got a little lip quiver. I mean,
We need time before we can move on. Just a little time.
very healthy.
Oh, Geode.
Shell is Feoul, really? Another comrade gone. Some days it's almost more than I can bear. Geode was an older brother to nostalgia in me. Shell knew him longer though. I'm surely taking the hardest. That's on top of what happened to Kefkia. Do you think you could check on her? Let me check with everybody else. Y'shtola? I assume you know better by now, but I hope you're not playing anything alone. Aaronville! I feel like they made him thicker. I've spoken with Wuklamat. They're cut meeting the short to deal with the aftermath of the latest violence. Sphene, I'm told that members are tasked with keeping the residents safe, turning the comrades. They risk so much. Grahatia. We made swift patrol of the lower levels and confirmed Calyx carried out a number of target attacks, all to harvest more ether. Shale. Apologies, my mind was elsewhere. We need to press the hunt for Calyx, but I can't seem to focus. You need time to work through it. Mm-hmm. You're right. I ought to heed my own words. As it stands, I'm no use to anyone. Kefkia used to say the best thing you do with grief was to let it all out. Alright then, let's get to the Everkeep for a bit. Depends. Grief is experienced in so many fucking ways. And I have always found that the initial grief is hard. The ceremonies and whatever we set up for ourselves is also hard. But the hardest moment is when the dust settles, pardon the pun, and you return to life. And they're not there anymore. Come along, we'd end up. Surprised our friendship has always had a competitive edge. Almost there. Be sure the ground is clear before you touch down. The music don't really match here, but... Phew, that helped me clear my head so much. You know, you might be the first person I've written who wasn't an Oblivion recruit. As far as I remember, at least, the memories from my regulator days aren't exactly reliable. Come on, let's head inside. Hopefully clear out the pests. Some pretty cool looking enemies. Which, let me tell you, is one of the very few things that I still Final Fantasy gets so wrong. Is the lack of fighting in the quest lines. Because those are some fucking beautiful designs. And they're probably out here a little bit everywhere. And that's the first time I see them. Thanks. I can usually avoid such circumstances, wandering in the black, but not they slow down. Hopefully just keep the route clear for a while, eh?
Whenever we lost a comrade, the three of us would come back here to reminisce. Me, Geode, and Kafkiwa. Will you raise a glass?
Absolutely.
Oh.
What are the two of you doing here?
The same thing as
I had
you.
a feeling you'd show up. Would you like to join us?
I suppose I could spare a moment.
It's the moments after this. This is, again, part of the grieving process, right? It's hard. No one's saying it's easy. It's after this, the next day, when stuff gets back. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit that. When stuff gets back to normal.
Oblivion's founders disappeared some decades ago under mysterious circumstances. And it was Kafkiwa who revived our organization. You and Geode helped her with that, didn't you? Tell us more about it. You're keen to know too, right?
Those were the days. It was actually right before the Reformation that I met Geode. I still wore a regulator then. I had recently lost someone close to me. And also quit a long stint as an adapter to work at a bar of all places. It paid me to sit with patrons and keep them company.
Okay.
So Geode came in one night. It wasn't long before we got into an argument. First-time customer, but tempers flared. And then
she was an escort.
Punch.
She was an escort.
You got into a fist fight? What were you even arguing about?
Damned if I know. We were deep in our cups. I think we were both just frustrated and angry at everything. By the end of it, we were both sprawled out in the street. Pair of drunken fools. Then this odd machine stopped to lecture us, scolding us for obstructing the foot traffic and not taking better care of ourselves.
I can't imagine you ever being in such a sorry state. The odd machine.
However, she's
That was
dressed
Kafkiwa,
immaculately.
I take it.
That it was. Once she was done upbraiding us for our unseemly behavior, she launched into a recruitment pitch. Kafkiwa explained that she wanted to protect the outside world from Zoralja's invasion, to keep him from bringing ruin to the place her beloved son lived. And if we were so intent on self-destruction, then perhaps we might consider risking our hides for a just
Somebody might hear.
cause. It was a lot to take in. I hadn't given much thought to what lay beyond the barrier, and learning that Kafkiwa herself was already dead was enough to make my head spin. But Geode and I were intrigued by her ideas, and wanted to see this future of hers come to pass.
Geode often spoke of it. He told me that meeting Kafkiwa was what first taught him the value of remembering people.
Like he was sharing a holy revelation.
Oh, but back then you hadn't yet taken on Oblivion's name, had you?
Is that so? I just assumed.
It hadn't been Kafkiwa's intention to carry on Oblivion's legacy, nor adopt the cause your parents championed. Not initially, at least. She wasn't even aware such an organized resistance existed. She did, however, suspect the presence of other dissidents. Those who objected to resurrecting the memories of the dead in defiance of the natural order.
Okay.
In the hopes of identifying like-minded comrades, we began searching the core system for traces of unauthorized access. And that's how we found it. An anomalous sector in the back of the Neon Stein. According to Melancholy, the door to the mystery had remained firmly shut since she took over the business.
The back room.
The back room. We forced our way in, only to discover that the hideout had long been abandoned.
Bear with me, I'm just looking up something really quickly. If those of you who don't know, there's a lot of wildfires in my province right now. I just like to just triple check every little bit, just to make sure the instructions haven't changed. Everything's good. Right now, there's none around me. Nah, we're good. But for some fucking reason, I don't expect to understand. Facebook right now is the place to get information on wildfires. You can listen to the news, nothing. You can go to their websites, nothing. Facebook's got stuff from like firefighters and stuff saying, hey, this is what we're doing, this is where we're at. Here's the orders. Nothing new. Okay, just triple check it. Sorry about that. Okay, we're back.
Although the occupants were gone, the equipment they'd left behind contained records of a group calling itself Oblivion. After reading through their exploits and their vision for the future, we made the decision to carry on their work.
Thus were my parents' and Kafkiwa's hopes bound together.
And carried onward by Shale and Geode.
We could never have made it this far on our own, of course. Losing comrades is a hard thing, but being here, thinking back on the moments we shared, I could see their smiles, hear their laughter. I feel their presence, and I know they're still with us.
Like I said, the next day's pretty hard though.
these memories of mine are for me alone. Reminders of why I chose to do this. And why I'll stay the course. Right. Time we got back to work.
No, it's me who should be thanking you. Though the pain is still deep, I don't feel like I'm drowning in it anymore. Let's get out there and put a stop to Calyx. For you, for me, and for everyone who's ever believed in Oblivion.
Hey, I appreciate you helping me through this. It's not only the grief, you helped me realize my comments mean more to me than I realized, which only fuels my determination. I'll do my part. Oblivion needs us. I have a new strategy in mind, but it remains to be seen if it'll aid. What are your plans? Hello, sorry for calling. We've been making the rounds. The outskirts I cannot heal if something is amiss. Might I ask you if you join me? My plans are always decided for me. That's just how it works. Thank you for coming. As I mentioned, it would benefit you with the worldly experience. Perhaps to my imagining, everyone's acting a little oddly. As yet, I am unfamiliar with the outskirts. I thought it'd be better to judge that their behavior is unusual. Alright then. No, you're not wearing a regulator? Do you know the end is coming? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, listen. Oh, officially they're all handed out already, but I've heard rumors that there are only a few left. Surely the government has some. What about Queen's Fiend? I may not look it, but I was a hunter once. Back then I barely gave death a second thought. Has to. Again, this is, I don't know how to say it. This is the part I don't like about this story. This is the same storyline that we've repeated for 2.5 patches. The exact same talking points, and the exact same, like, we're scared. Got it. Me, rather stressful out here without knowing the machinery turn murderous. Like, it's really, when I say beating a dead horse, I really mean, like, okay, we got it. Populace is scared. Although I think someone's ready for an end of the world type conversation. What do you think? Is there a right to worry? Tensions are running high. That's exactly it. Overwhelmed by uncertainty of fear. How long before they go into full panic? I don't know. 3 patches? Jesus. Can you come to resolution? We have a problem. I'm already here with Lamati and Alfino. There's like real bad ones. I remember there are ones smoke. Right now, keep in mind, I'm in a province that never has them. In fact, today our premier said it's the first time in our province's history we had to ask other people to come in for fire. We're usually the ones that go out of province to help. So it's not something I'm used to. It's not something that I've seen a whole lot of. There's a couple wildfires that are relatively serious. They're a ways away. The closest one to me is about 40 minutes north. However, the sky is pretty wildfire. I mean, I don't know how to say it. It's dark, it's smoky, it's as expected. So I keep an eye out because there's one that's more close to populations and one that's not. So just keeping up if there's new information.
What's happened? Sorry to drag you out here, but I thought it best you see for yourself.
Death is your constant companion. Though you toil with diligence, death may come ere your reward is bestowed. Though your grand works be poised for completion, death may come ere you wake the following morn.
Get an end of the world type messaging.
Of peace and good fortune, death needs but one instant to claim you. Your bodies are weak. Your heart, your brain, every fragile organ rolls the dice from moment to moment. Sheer chance deciding if they function or fail. Be you stoic or generous or righteous, no virtues tip the scales in that fatal reckoning. The choice is made without reason. The end is cloaked in terror. That is what it means to die.
The announcement began after we finished our meeting with Gossen. As for its source, well...
Alex.
We love propaganda.
There is no shame in being afraid. It is that very fear which will drive you to conquer death. Let us set a new course for mankind. Let us preserve our existence unto perpetuity. Hope for it, wish for it, pray for it. We will become endless. With evolution's brilliance, will we banish the ever-present darkness of mortality.
Change isn't easy. No one ever wants to take the first step. But this is the right path for us. What about me? I'm gonna do it. I'm going to register.
Wow, Wuklemat! You couldn't have come at a better time. Please, you have to let us move to Tuliolal.
It's too dangerous to stay here. Who knows when the next century will turn on us?
I mean, she's not wrong.
Even if we wanted to become endless, there are no more neo-regulators to be had. Fleeing is our only option.
She's not wrong.
If the solution was as simple as leaving, then we'd all have left already. Did you not hear the announcement? For the living, death is a foregone conclusion. No matter where we go, or who we shelter with, we won't get another chance like this to overcome our fate.
Easy for you to say when you have that regulator.
The Landsguard are on their way as we speak, and arrangements have been made to see that you all will be safely evacuated. Tulichola will aid you in whatever way we can. So please, remain calm.
It's still not the solution. I suppose being
I want
around.
to help Alexandria. I want to save its people.
One of the easiest solutions here would be to take a lot of that crowd and bring it to Tulichola. And it's a simulation, 100%. But the idea is that they're going to see people enjoying their lives every day. The difference is that they know they're going to die one day. You now know it too.
But what can I do? I am not their queen.
Calix's access to core system, which means he does what he wants. Even if our people learn to live with death and decide to leave the dome behind, they're still not beyond his reach. Yet if he serves to allay his fears a little, I beg you, please let them shelter in Tuliolal. They're welcome, of course. That's not a problem. In which case, we had better spread out, keep an eye on the crowds. The mood is tense. Happen to determine where Calix is hiding, we'll be ready to move at a moment's notice. Can't elude us forever. Violence and fear. This is not the future she envisioned for her nation. Alright, let's go. Lamont assesses the surrounding in grim determination. What of the nation the late queen so desperate to preserve? Look, Lamont. I won't stand here and have her legacy sullied any further. I will protect Alexandria. That was a promise I made to her at the last. She betrayed you. I saw myself in her, I suppose. We both felt the people's joy as our own. Yet alone, we lacked the strength to protect them. And there is so much that I love in this world. Too much for me to take under arms and keep safe. And that made me afraid. I needed someone who shared that love and fear. So together we could try in ourselves. Or maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe I just wished that we could have been friends. That's a little... I don't like that. That line to me, while it's very noble, to me is anti-growth. We literally spent the entire expansion having her grow her chops as a leader. Her to come back and be like, yeah, I just wanted to be friends. Like, you know what I mean? That's a miss. I think you would have found the friend you needed. I will be yours as well, Speed. Whenever you fall or struggle to rise, we'll come running to the rescue, and you do the same for me. And that's how... See, this part is fine. That last one, you're like... You're right. And don't forget about me. How could we? Right, we got a little sidetrack there. We should probably be on our way to patrol. See if Shale needs a hand? There you all are. They're gonna make him cry. Don't make him fucking cry. Kalulja! Ah, splendid. We were afraid we'd miss you. Ali said the others said you were here. We literally never moved. We found a chink in Calix's armor. We discovered the laboratories on the Everkeep's 10th and once housed a preservation initiative. Containment Complex 1029 is called, falsely registered as a distribution center. In reality, it hasn't recorded any traffic in decades. We don't think this is where Calix is hiding, but we may as well continue some clues to the right direction. I'm sorry if it took so long. If you're interested, what do you say we all go out, check it together? Punchy, punchy, hand, hand. Thank you for all your work. Hard step. And up! We need to take the lift to get to the complex. I've cleared this expedition with the relevant authorities, and one of our people are waiting to operate the lift. Let's not keep her waiting. Do-do-do-do. Oh, there's our dungeon. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ni-ni-ni-ni-ni-ni-ni-ni. Whee! Ready to head up? 10th level. Let's go! So it's like a boardroom?
So this is one of Preservation's laboratories.
It's so dark I can barely see.
I think it's so awesome when people pronounce it laboratory. I love it. It's one of the like few neurodivergent things that used to drive me crazy when I was young. If people, and I can remember fighting with people.
If I can reroute the power to the circuit.
I remember fighting that if they wanted to call it laboratory, they would be BRA, but it's not. It's laboratory. Of course, eventually you kind of get over it, but yeah.
You got the lights working.
Wonderful. It is a fucking boardroom. They even have some ugly ass plants. God damn it.
Smell how stale
All
the
I need
air is.
All I need to hear right now is like
hasn't been in use for
Microsoft
many
Teams.
years.
It was thanks to Kryl and Galulja that we managed to locate this place.
Get out of my laboratory. I'm telling you, that's where I was like, wait a second. Again, a neurodivergent kid, and I was like, no, that's correct.
You may remember that my earring contained the control code for the gate to the Golden City. As it was Preservation that constructed the portal, we reasoned that the code to operate it might include a signature of some sort, unique to their organization.
So I took a closer look, and a line-by-line examination yielded a string of symbols identifying the code's author.
It's like nuclear. Yeah. Nuclear.
We then began accessing the nodes for every door in Everkeep, seeking out control codes which contained those same symbols.
There's also this place in New Brunswick called Salisbury. It's spelt Salisbury. Salisbury. I used to get into arguments about that. And people, to this day, that's a moment in my life where I'm like, so that nothing was obvious that you may have been neurodivergent at that point, right? No, I was bothered about that shit.
After a grueling search, we finally discovered our prize behind door number 1860, the entrance to the facility in which we now stand. I'd probably still be at it if Galulja hadn't been around to assist me.
We love Galulja.
I took breaks, but Shale never stopped working. Not even once.
You're a treasure, Shale.
I can contribute precious little else, I'm afraid, but I appreciate your kind words.
You see, Geode dying did fuck all. Again, they tried to set you up with a 2 or 3 line, I'm a good guy, here's my backstory, not totally dying. It's hard to feel anything for that. She goes. We'll have some problem.
In any case, this next part will require your helping hands.
We need to spread out and search for something that may lead us to Calyx. We're more than happy to help, of course, but I wonder, won't he realize we've found this place?
It's highly likely, and personally I hope he does.
The middle finger. I hope you fucking do. I'll explain how we proceed, but according to information I was able to dredge up, the device in question is installed in the director's office. This is the room we're in. Is the researchers' commons located in the western side of the complex. Director's office is northeast. Should we cut across the circular chamber in the middle? Yes, we should, but fortunately, the interior door is locked. We'll need a security key. Electro magic? I'll try my best. That like before my time. We've got some Pokemon going on. Looking for the card key. Key card. It's a key card. It was called a card key. Let's start there. Beep. It's run by Director Demetrius, or some terminal told me. Perhaps there's more answers. Y'all seen that though, right? First try? First try? I don't know, that was probably luck. Whee! Beep. Okay. I'm gonna set up the canister, insert a large device containing a cell. Genova. My locker couldn't open. Could you go help him? I will help him. He's a good boy. Sign research projects at the Duro Lab. Who to check my memory data? Hold on. Okay. How do I leave? There. Alright. I gotta talk to this one. 158. 11509. That's gotta be it. One 509. Not too bad. It wasn't too bad. I like this one. Again, if puzzles are solvable, okay, you don't have to think like a game developer to solve it. I'll do it good, especially in games that are not puzzle games. Well, no scars. There's more. Bloodless. My parents were part of preservation, if you'd recall. It would seem researchers who agree with Calix's philosophy underwent conversion to endless. But I assume those who would not eventually left the organization altogether. Oh, I almost forgot. The researchers kept journals in their tablets. The one I read didn't explain very much. The writer was really happy about this. You could tell they admired Calix and his work. The entries ended after that. Maybe you can read more on the tablet. I did. Right, let's move on. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, goodness. It's gonna be a long day tomorrow. I don't wanna. I gotta go to town. My kids gotta go to the orthodontist. Let's start at the lab. Alright, Galulja. This emergency backup power can be routed through the facilities. Alright. Engaging power supply. No goods. Returning an error. Reporting an error code reference. The power supply has been interrupted. Is that the emergency generator over there? Yes, by the looks of it, same model used in the heritage found. But how does it send power to the lab? Ah, I see. The cable is down the hall directly to the lab, which means there's need a way to connect the generator cable. These patterns on the floor. Alright. Huh. Yay! I figured it out. Alright, what's this say? Of course, take a moment to bring up the contents. Boop, 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 boop. Ah, it looks text-based. Let me read it out. Preservation of Alexandrian Institute of Technology and Development was founded by Calix, an 11-year-old prodigy. Approval for establishing organization came during Alexandria's movement was Storm Surge. Calix designed for a new defensive solution funded a large part of the treasury. As a growing conflict and intensity of casualties mounted, Calix funnels preservation's resource towards the memory storage. Research into this field continued even after the Storm Surge came to an end, and Calix eventually electing to preserve his own memories in a virtual domain. So this account is from before he embraced his endless existence, hundreds of years ago. I met him only once before the Storm Surge began. I was attending for my father, who was the reigning king of Alexandria. Calix, I'm gonna lay back here. Calix could not have been more than 10 years, required constant treatment for his debilitating illness, yet he published theories so highly regarded. Life should not be lost to this injustice of death, even though I can hear him single-minded those words. So it was when the war came to our kingdom, which, to be fair, illness sucks. It sucks. No one is debating that. The years, the ensuing violence brought death upon my parents. Overwhelmed by sudden succession of the throne, I was suspected they had spared me the reports of the Endless. So you had no way of knowing what kind of person Calix was changing into. Did he change? I wonder. Perhaps he has been the type of value ideals over compassion and I failed to see it every time. Or perhaps he did change, and it was just driven by those who deeply held beliefs. The morality is cruel and unjust, and his role to deliver mankind from his fate. Whatever the case may be, we cannot allow him to shape our future. Give me a minute. I'm gonna check if my husband's home. Curious. Okay. Alright, let's go. Back to this room. Well, security card if you please. Beep. Money. Da 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 da. All right, let's get this door open. Ooh, smooth as silk. Gods above, isn't that? The key to interdimensional fusion? That looks like the schematics on the monitor. They've used it to make another key, but isn't it missing the shard inside? That we may have been laboring under a misconception. The key, it was originally a Malala relic, and since this treasure's come into possession, preservation began to work the hardest across dimensions. Aside from the crystal, we can see the vessel's components for construction here. The crystal itself is the key. The key remains shrouded mystery. Preservation augmented the electrope, but never grasped technology underlying principles. To this day, not a single person understands the mechanic of it. Okay. Can track the key because its vessel is made for preservation. I believe it is much to learn in this room. Our next visit, I'll enlist your stolas. I too am curious about many things, but pinning kill is priority. Yep. Find the level 3 key card. Hard key. I don't know. Alright, let's see. Cabinet drawer. The secret is you go for the furthest one. Nice work. So we're hoping to find, Shell. You were saying that a certain device was going to help us. Right, I haven't properly explained myself. I'm looking for a data relay. After we discovered this ostensibly abandoned complex, I performed a cursory investigation. We detected a connection to an outside network. When I traced the data's routing, I confirmed traffic from Web of Everkeep's security cameras. Considering the way Calyx is always one step ahead of us, we must assume he's quietly seized control of the city's surveillance. Oh yeah, long time ago. To monitor what you, the keyholder, is doing and planning. But since Calyx has the ultimate recipient of those transmissions, the flow of the data is like a river you can follow back to him, which is why I need a data relay. If I can analyze the device and see where the routing and surveillance traffic is, and you can pinpoint him. That said, he has done nothing to impede our progress, so it makes me think I might be entirely on the wrong track. Maybe the reason he isn't stopping us is because he can't. Back in the old council, he was measuring Worker Chief's strength, but what can he possibly dream up that's stronger than her? Hey Cameron, the other thing I forgot to mention, I found evidence that this one's deliberately disabled the surveillance feed in this room. The most recent recording I have was so crudely deleted. I was able to restore it. Would you like to see it? Yeah, let's check it out. I'll start it then.
Are you really planning to leave?
Yes. The idea of eternal life. It's begun to frighten me. I struggle to renounce our conventional wisdom. Death is the means by which life prunes its branches, leaving the trunk to grow strong and tall. We die so that our species may flourish. What would become of mankind were we to halt that process? If unending stagnation is the fruit of our labor, then perhaps we strive for the wrong thing.
It's the guy from K-pop Demon Hunters.
Your argument is a rejection of Master Calyx's vision.
I suppose it is. Perhaps such dread would not plague me, were I capable of sharing his perspective on the subject. But I cannot. I lack his extraordinary genius. I had no illness threatening to cut my life short. No singularity of will to cut away all distractions and focus solely upon research. I have nothing but respect for his determination. The way he overcame his prognosis and seized the means to transcend death itself. But I'm not convinced that this obsession with living is the right path. That's why I've decided to leave preservation and put all my effort towards building a legacy for the next generation to come. Surely you...
Baby Sasha's good with the gun.
There can be no exceptions.
I checked the images against the personal data. The person who pulled the trigger was the director. Cameras in this room have been out of operation since that incident. Given the recording was erased, I can only assume he was trying to conceal his grisly deed. I'm not surprised, given how my parents described their defection from the Institute. They spoke of rushing me through a portal even as preservation agents closed in on them. I dared not ask what became of them after all, but it turns out that they were captured by their pursuers. I mean, they died. We know that. They did not regret that. They didn't. Right. The echo, knowing that you saw them as you were, your words give me strength. Shit, I didn't mean to hit that button. Worry not. Thanks to the living memory, I was at least able to meet my parents and learn what they stood for. It was enough for me to carry on. Even now, we don't know the conflict unfolded between your parents and preservation. We do know that your mother and father cleverly expunged every last trace of their movement. Right, let's press on. To the director's office. I don't know. I am hoping. Let's stop for a second, okay? I really hope that this is not a ableist conversation due to disability and illness. And we could be treading that line. So let's pay attention and hope that that's not what they do. Beep. Let's go inside. Like, pay attention. Alright, let's see. You have the shittiest room of all. Damn, Chernobyl's not connected to any outside network. Can't be the data relay I'm looking for. The offer is smaller than the map suggests. We're in the right room, what am I missing? Okay. Crumble between the binders. Requires pass through Isabataisi, the Proto Lab and Durturo Lab, and the. Okay. Oh, itchy. Beverages. They got a coffee maker. Half lain dormant for years, now active coffee maker. See, self-cleaning cycle. Makes coffee. Listen, we like that, okay? Director's data tablet. Examine the data tablet. The mystery key's activation remains unsolved. The key triggered an explosion today. 13 researchers sustained fatal injuries. Memory of faculty of 4 is sufficiently intact for endless conversion. Rejected the Malala. Major incident details in full report. 2 inept Malala broke the preservation ascended with the key. The fugitives have been since caught and eliminated. We too were too late to discover the relic. The only reason we retained our flesh was to serve Master Kellick's physical instruments. Shut down. Memory data will be archived. All personnel have underground processing. Once the shutdown protocol is complete, I will process our own corporeal dissolution. As long as the key remains a physical world, we will keep this complex in pristine condition. That's kind of fucked. Open the locker. It's Hildebrand! No, I'm kidding. That's what the meme's been all about? Damn. Your room, no less. Stalker locker. Concealed by electrope, you mean? Never trust an electrope surface. Wouldn't be too hard to disable. Everyone's getting a laugh. I'm being sillies. Another door. I'll take Proto Lab. I'll take the Turo Lab. Very much Resident Evil-esque. Thought maybe it would contain the jewel. Okay. I want to go see if there's a gem. Okay, we've done the data tablet. We've done the creepy locker. Just looking. What's my dog going on about? I can hear her like... I think I might be my husband home. Just checking. Really? All I had to do was talk to my baby? Damn. You realize shapes correspond to the room complex I said. This may be related to the password you're looking for. Alright, let's go to Sphene. Hold on. I'm too stupid for this. Fuck. Fuck. Hold on. It's the garnet is. And then this fucker is. Alright, cool. Keep calm and carry on. Should get it. Here's my notes in case you guys were like, what the fuck's Beebs doing? That's it right there. As I wrote them. Misspelled and everything. I was this close from getting pen and paper. I hope you know that. I liked that quest. I really did. Actually, like, change of pace, action. That quest feels like Final Fantasy Listen to Us. I like it a lot. There's a laptop.
This terminal doesn't look special to me, but this is definitely what we're after?
It is, but whether or not it will suffice for our purposes is another question.
And a coffee mug. I love it.
The Endless are created using the memories of the deceased. But as
Oh,
memories
pizza
are,
would be so
in
good right now.
essence, collections of data, the resultant entities have no physical form. These data entities, as we might call them, have only two methods for interacting with the material world. One of these we saw in living memory, where the Endless are granted temporary bodies through the use of corporeal ether. They become much like solid ghosts that one can see and touch. The other method, which ffxiv employed, is the remote operation of a machine. But where do you suppose the Endless are to be found when not inhabiting a physical body?
The Endless are memories.
In a world formed of data.
Yes, we suspect they reside in a virtual domain, one contained entirely within an electro-based machine. We've seen such a realm before, after all.
Oh, you mean like the Alexandria made from the Endless Fiend's memories? It all seems so real.
Hello, idiot! Awesome, congrats, dude! I didn't see your messages, I'm sorry. But, yeah, my husband came home. Congrats! I'm so happy you're doing good and you got all changed up.
So this virtual domain, it would also be housed within the Meso terminal.
But how? I thought we shut down all the terminals in living memory.
You did. And ffxiv's program performed just as she intended. The Meso terminal itself was deactivated, as evidenced by the failure of the device which was keeping Sphne's body in stasis. Be that as it may, we face a master of electrope engineering. That he managed to partition and protect the sector harboring his own memories is well within the bounds of possibility.
Okay.
Let us say that the Meso terminal does indeed contain a second domain, and that
Another
Calyx
server room?
himself resides there. This city, on the other hand, exists here in the source. That being the case, I thought perhaps we could prevent his remote interference by closing the gate to the Golden City, and thus severing the connection between worlds.
Except I tried to close it once already when I visited Living Memory. The process required administrative authorization, a restriction I assumed at the time had been imposed by the Queen.
But now you think Calyx might be responsible.
Which makes sense.
Just as I suspected. Even now, security transmissions from throughout the Keep are being tapped by the core system and routed elsewhere. Almost every single one has you as its focus. He's keeping track of the keyholder's movements.
Time's up. And what a waste of time.
Come get some.
Hoping to find me by tracing security data? That will not be necessary. Through a not inconsiderable effort, I've taken your measure and prepared a force sufficient to subdue you. Come. I invite you to the upper reaches of the Meso terminal. The storage device which holds my memories is there. Break the memory bank and victory is yours. I, in turn, will seek to wrest the key from you with any and every means at my disposal.
And if we refuse this invitation?
I will wait and continue to convert Alexandrians into Endless. Consider the urgency of the situation and make the wiser choice.
Answer me one question, Calyx. The Endless Sphene. When she was queen, you had her face an impossible task, then manipulated her into using the key when she was at her most desperate. If you can do all that, then why not whisk it away when her plans went to ruin?
You pour salt in the wound. That disaster was a miscalculation on my part. As her end drew near, Sphene and her restructured memories had become one with the terminal's control systems. In that singular place, in that singular moment, she wielded an authority greater than mine.
There we go.
Thus she was able to shield you, the neighboring sovereign to whom she entrusted her nation's future, and the hero to whom she entrusted that priceless key.
That's me.
I am unsure to what degree she perceived my presence, but she knew that someone was watching. Does that satisfy your curiosity?
It does. And I'm satisfied that you will take nothing more from this nation. Not one more life, not one more future, not one single smile from another child's face. You hear me?
She ain't fucking around.
Sorry for losing my temper, but there's only one way we can deal with people like Calyx.
Punchy,
Whatever
punchy,
grand
hand.
future he envisions, someone will be made to pay the price. And I won't let that happen.
Let's plan our next move. What's wrong, Sven?
If I may, I realize it is not my place to say this. Even so, I must thank you both. On behalf of my other self, allow me to say how grateful I am to have you as our champions.
Huh? Well, that was an adventure. It may not have been the method Shale was hoping for, but at least we know where he is and what to do. Indeed, I remain curious about Preservation's research into the key. That's a thing for another day. Let's head to the back room. Just saying, in-game PB is cute, cuddly, and all that. Outside of game PB would be giving the middle finger to every single camera that I walked by. I am that person. I am petty. Let's see, the smug little weasel. Anyway, I know things didn't go as planned, and knowledge come, though I may be able to continue with much confrontation. I mean, I can see this way through the best way I can support. Do 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 do. Where are we at for time? We're so good for time. Alright, Chief, we briefed Aaronville. Oh, that's right. Consider what our next actions may be. Telling you, I think they made him more buff. Calyx has offered you the opportunity to confront him directly. And though it feels very much like striding face first into an ambush, it is. We have little choice, so we must go. While I'm still upset at being deprived of my moment, nevertheless did my due diligence. I can confirm the relay we found is indeed transmitting from somewhere in Eleven memory. When you go to fight Calyx, pray let me fight alongside you. Let me fight alongside Memory, Otis, and Zelenia. That was an awesome fight, by the way. Always been your fight as much as ours. Did the colors get brighter? I find that I'm more vibrant. I'll be coming with you. You know my reasons. So adamant where allies say the others have this point in living memory, I do the same. I keep patrolling streets for signs of trouble, especially from anyone wearing Nero regulators. Should you need anything from me, I'll be here on standby. I really want to go with you, but I know I can't. And I know that sometimes you have to be patient and trust your friends. Okay, let's talk to Gossen before we leave. Under Calic's direction, Preservation has helped shape Alexander's society for years. Taking him down will have serious consequences. And we need to warn. Aside, we shall be acting against the wishes of all who desire to come endless. Exactly. That's right, eh? We are acting against their wishes. To be fair, it's propagandic, but still. Because that's a big problem, right? Once you've drank the Kool-Aid, you believe it. People in cults believe everything they're told. I mean, look at the state of the United States. I did not say that. And some people have drank the Kool-Aid. They're gone now. They're gonna come to a point where even after everything is said and done, they'll still believe it.
I see. A difficult situation. In the absence of an official sovereign, I agree that it is not Preservation's place to dictate the future of our nation. However, I also cannot simply take a side and declare my support for your efforts to defeat Calix.
He's not wrong.
Is that because of the new regulator you wear?
I've yet to register it. I find myself caught between the fear of dying and the desire to carry out the duties of governance. My greatest concern is how we shall stem this ever-increasing terror of mortality when becoming endless is no longer an option. And that's to say nothing of the recent slaughter committed by our own soldiers. The fact that such violence was perpetrated for the very purpose of creating endless will, paradoxically, make it more difficult to endorse your chosen course.
He's not wrong.
It may not seem logical, but for those who lost friends and family in the attacks, halting the creation process altogether would render the deaths of their loved ones utterly meaningless. Is it not cruel to rob them of what little solace they could claim, when we have only just learned what it is to mourn?
Hey, we said this in point one.
How are we meant to overcome such tragedies?
Second by second.
Stop begging others to teach us for a start.
Didn't expect a resistance?
For the longest time, we've been protecting Queen Sphene and the systems put in place by our forebears. The hardships and responsibilities of life were distant things, and we felt entitled to our comforts, even as we barely noticed those who risked everything to keep us sheltered. But no more. From now on, we need to learn on our own. How to live with the promise of death. How to endure the pain of loss. We may never learn to love such things, but we may learn to survive them. The people beyond the barrier, even the Alexandrians of old, they've all had to live with these fears. There's no reason we can't do it too.
What are you all doing here?
Malachite called us in, and the Oblivion members briefed us on the current crisis. You don't stand idly by while your house burns down. We came together and thought about how we could help.
Long story short, we've decided to join the fight alongside Oblivion. I say fight, but we're well aware of how little use we'd be in actual combat.
A battle of ideas, on the other hand. Now that we might be qualified to do something about. We'll talk to our neighbors and do our best to quell their fears. Convince them to make the most of this life and enjoy all it has to offer. Perhaps that will help to ease your burden.
I mean, it's a small group. You'll never convince them all.
It certainly will. Even if a few are assuaged by your words, it will make things easier.
Those who have already registered will be difficult to sway, but there are still many who waver. Those are the ones we'll concentrate on.
Gossen, if you truly care for the people of Alexandria, then now's the time to start thinking of ways to prevent more deaths.
Were I to become endless at the expense of my countrymen's lives, I would regret it for the rest of my existence.
That's right, 11% need to die. That's the deal. For him to survive, and for the 5,000 people to survive, 11% need to die. I want to make it like NPC, mixed gathering. Oh my goodness.
Forgive my weakness. When the people have lost their way, it falls to the government to support. Alexandria can rise above this sorrow and find its way forward once more. Is that not so, Your Majesty?
Indeed it is.
Do they know? She just figured out.
That wasn't... what I meant to say was...
Calm down, Sphene.
They know.
Amity, you used her name.
They know.
The perfect resemblance to our beloved Queen Sphene has not escaped our notice. Yet we also understand that you are not her. Having to live in secret, unable to share who you really are. That must have been hard on you. When you come back, please tell us all about yourself. I imagine yours is a rather outlandish... You're one of us, an Alexandrian, and we don't abandon our own.
I promise to return. And when I do, I look forward to speaking with you all.
Okay. I'm glad to be home. I can only claim the courage that you guys had within the final step. I should be glad to do so, but I fear no avail. According to our most recent surveys, the number of near-regulated circulation exceeds 5,000. I surmise the surplus units to the account of people like myself who had change of heart. That does sound like something Calyx would do. Well, we'll see. Face him either way. On to living memory! I fucking hate that zone. Not a little, a lot. It's a hard fucking zone. And that's the only reason why I've had a hard time with these patches, is that, like, that zone was difficult. And to keep going through that difficulty again, again, and again.
Much the same.
It's almost like you spend most of this game continuously grieving.
So listen, you have nothing more to fear than any other normal day. Deep breaths. We'll get through this.
You'd be telling them much the same if you were here. I suppose it falls to me now.
I want to say that they knew what they were doing with that pose. That's cute. See, her death felt something. And seeing that kind of brings back a little bit of tears to the eyes, because it was... No, not that one. But yeah, it brings back that memory because she was a great character. She was set up correctly. I still say you should be able to turn it all back on. Or have like a go back in time moment. And there's no aside from the mesoterminal itself. What happened to the mesoterminal? Well, the wall has receded to provide a convenient entrance instruction. An invitation I'm eager to accept. Sure. A terminal invitation. God damn it. I believe everyone's terminal is accounted for. Shall we make our way? Shouldn't keep our host waiting. Y'all want to see something cool? Y'all want to see something cool? Watch this. Watch this. Whee! That's right, I got my flying here. Yeah, one of the most beautiful zones in this game, and it becomes gray. They really need a, like, chromey moment where you can go back in time, or whatever. Ka-chow. You see that, though? I flew. I got my flying. Another battle. For 4 centuries I slept here. Upon awakening, I found the world as I knew it had changed. I felt so frightened at first I couldn't recognize a single thing, and thought that everything I loved had turned to dust. Yet beneath the unfamiliar surface, much has remained the same. For that, I give thanks to Otis and Zelenia, and the royal knights who laid their lives. I also thank every Alexandrian who believed in the future we pass on our legacy. And thank all kindling hope my heart. Let us make our stand together in everything we hold dear. But kind, gentle Sphene was too weak to save her people. She will serve them no more. Freed from conscience, I shall become the ruler that can protect Alexandria. My music's picking up. Yeah, everything seems just so much more vibrant. Together we stand, together we fight. You have my gratitude. Let's head inside and finish this. Aye, we must bring matters to a definite end. The Queen entrusted it to our chief for good reason. Besides, 'twould be a tragedy to relinquish a relic with so much potential. Apparently, Calyx thinks he's taken your measure. I urge you to correct that misguided assumption. I wholeheartedly concur. Do you notice that there's 8 of us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ha ha ha. The Meso Terminal. Let's go. Duty support. We're doing that because I'm not dying. Or I'm gonna die. See? 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm number 8. What did I tell you? Okay. Nope. Graha.
Ever ready.
Listen. I'm gonna keep her because I want to see it.
Victory will be ours.
Y'shtola's sensitive, so I just need to cuddle with Y'shtola. Unlost World, the Meso Terminal. Also, with no offense to our Lamati, she squishes. So Grahatia at your service.
You've come. I'll begin by wearing you down.
Grahatia at your service.
I've created new endless for you. Not all the warriors, but will follow orders. Kill and survive and so forth. Here, I shall prepare the stage for battle.
There we go.
Take this!
Alright, take this guy out. No problemo. Is this dungeon hard? They're all hard, this expansion. Whee! You should be nearing a boss here. Yep, right along. No? Well, thank you, Ishto. I'm glad you're taking this seriously. This guy, he takes a beating. Definitely hurts. I want to know what the lyrics are because I keep hearing what I think is probably on Mod Green. Driving me crazy. Makes sense. Alright, boss number 1. What are we dealing with?
The memories of a physician.
A Shirujin
One who saves lives
Kairujin.
should be reluctant to die.
Okay, here's our big thing. He's about to do it. They all do it. What'd I tell you? It's almost like I know what I'm doing. I don't know what the fuck's going on yet. Ah!
Away with you!
Okay, let's get this one down. Let's get, shit. There we go, we're not doing it too bad. Always cuddle your stole up. I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this boss.
With every mote of my being.
Good job, Speed.
You've overburdened the system. No matter. It served its purpose.
Alright. Is that something I can wear? No. Whee! Ooh, data station. Let's see. According to Mascalic, it is not the body that provides the life given, but the soul. Furthermore, its memories etched upon the ephemeral giver existence. Electrope technology, his souls are composed of entirely of ether. He ascends. Alright. Giant leap forward. Some classic looking baddies. Okay, let's see.
Hold still. Allow me.
There we are. We're clearing them up. We're doing alright. Whee! Treasure chest, treasure chest. Aiming. Alright, just keep smucking them. And watch Graha to his health. There. Alright, now we're in business. Okay, let's start single casting.
Allow me.
Let's revisit the prison of sinister repute. I need not compel them to fight.
Okay. Whee!
Something special for you.
Alright, there we go. I might have done it bad, but you know, I'm trying. Make Graha sweat a little bit. It's my job as a healer to make him sweat. It's what I do. Well, give me that look. We all know the big question of the day. Did he die? No, he did not. Thanks, peeps. Alright, here you go. And that Aqua Veil. I am burning through all my heals so far. That's alright. Here, have another one. That. Just a healing gauntlet. There we go. casting. We love that. Alright, let's see what trouble this is gonna give us.
These are loyal executioners. They shall deal appropriately with criminals. Your sentence is death. How long can you defy it? Criminals may run, but they cannot escape. Your sentence is death. How long can you defy it? Criminals may run, but they cannot escape.
Alright, let's try to get this guy down fast. Come on. Okay, so we're all fighting our own individual fight. I mean, I assume that they share the, what the fuck? I was out of its way! Ah, fuck's sakes. This is gonna be a long fight for the fucking sake of it.
Your sentence is death. How long can you defy it?
Yeah.
Criminals may run, but they cannot escape.
Alright, so that's gonna come here. Alright, come out here. Alright. Alright, up here maybe? Let's see. Get the Suna on or I'm dead. Fuck. Oh! I don't like this boss at all. It's not fun. I don't like being stuck in a tiny circle. And I don't like having to reach to everybody else to heal.
Your sentence is death. How long can you defy it?
Just keep at it. Alright. Okay. Fuck. It's not even about the real team. It's the, like, there's no room for error. And that's getting frustrating. And again, you have no room to move.
Your sentence is dead.
I'm not a fan. And again, the biggest part I'm not a fan of is the fact that I still gotta heal them. Alright, let's try it again. Like, let me put it into other perspective. Remember, this fight, you brought your other members to help you. This is supposed to make it easier. Spoiler alert, it didn't. Not a single bit easier for no one. I have gained nothing by having a group help me. This is so frustrating.
Your sentence is death. How long can you defy it?
We're gonna be here for a fucking while.
They cannot escape.
Come on, let's see. Okay, I gotta be very fucking careful here. Alright, so I'm here. I should be able to survive that. There we go. They all have their own HP pool. Fuck, man.
Good. I bid you continue on.
Did not like that. Only me and Tank DPS survived. Healer, like, ugh. Absolutely madness. Okay. Alright, clear it up. Real Dungeons players are done with their own, they can come help you. Okay. There we go. Open the treasure. Next set of trash. Come on. Alright, Graha, stop dying on me. Ah! My God. That wasn't a sport. You're not supposed to go down that fast. Yeah, I don't like that. That fight don't make sense for the system. You are with these people to help you, right? Not because you don't like people, they're also there to guide you. And you don't get that guidance here. Not a fan. Is that satisfies you with divorced memory from soul, siphoning its foreshortened lifespan, perhaps has very perspective, needed consent evolutionary path. Let's go. Okay, it's final boss. Or one more set of trash, I think. Whee!
Memories from an age rife with death. The desperation you'll serve well.
The enemy is at the gate. To arms, good soldiers, protect your kingdom.
Come on. There we are.
Take this.
Okay, next group there. Go. Help me get them down.
Allow me.
Okay, they're starting to come down. Damn it, Graha, why are you dying again? Okay, let's start going single target. We take these babies down.
Hold still.
Let's go. Alright, here it is. What are we fighting?
Very well. If one by one they fall, I'll send them all as one. Recall the anguish you felt when you faced death, and rise. Rise to defend your nation, your people, and your loved ones.
Memory meld? That's something that,
Rise and meet the foe before you.
the idea of it is scarier than what it looks like and all that stuff.
An amalgam of memories. Let us
Hold
see how
on,
it fares. It is the midst of the storm surge. Countless lives are lost in senseless conflict. The war swells in scope and intensity.
Okay, here we go. Okay, I like the idea of this boss now, you know?
The bombs rain down without pause or mercy.
Okay.
Of life is dimmed with every blinding flash.
Alright, cuddle with your Stola.
Death is everywhere, pillaging the promise of the future.
I will not hold back.
shit! I didn't see your stolen move, that's on me, but still. Come on, follow your Stola tightly here. There we go. Ah! Need to pee. Okay. And go get this. See if I got anything out of that whole thing. Nothing. Love that. It's okay. I got the gear I needed. Let's get the cutscene.
Sphene? The Endless he sent against us. They were from the time of the storm surge, before I was placed into stasis.
As far as we know, the only sector to escape the shutdown was the one containing Calix's memories. Assuming a chronological system, every other memory stored in that sector would belong to people who lived around the same period in history as he did.
Calix, how long have you pursued this madness?
We seem to have exhausted his defenses for the moment. I say we take advantage of this lull to press on.
Calix!
Well done. I commend your perseverance. The entirety of my memories are stored within this device. In the early stages of Endless creation, we established several core tenets. One is a prohibition on memory duplication. Despite the inherent risks, I agree and abide by this. Memories are the essence of the self and should not be diluted.
Or is it your memories? Because you did that to Sphene.
You seek to destroy your target. I seek to reclaim the key. Shall we forego the posturing and begin?
Do not doubt that we are here to fight, and I do not mean to lose. Yet, as one born of the same era, I must ask. Why do you pursue your evolution with such fervor? What do you hope to achieve with this eternal existence?
Your question is meaningless. I have ascertained a superior path to mankind's preservation, and that which must be done is that which I can do. What other reason do I require? Surely you have seen it. Traditional survival strategies are at odds with an increasingly complex society, leading to a breakdown of order. This course promises no liberation from pointless conflicts or inane tragedies. Physical traits do not represent the limit of our potential. Why then should we relinquish that potential when our hearts cease to beat? I realized it was past time that we corrected our heading. Nothing more.
Even then, you were always so single-minded. I too have a vision for the future, and your plan is not a part of it. I won't let you harm another Alexandrian.
Then fight we must. Thankfully, the entity I now summon will make short work of you and your comrades.
A summoning.
What now? What was that? A chill? No, something else. I feel so cold. So weak.
Oh, this is cool.
Across Alexandria, a certain emotion is taking hold. The fear of death. Terror for the eternal darkness that will, without fail, engulf the lives of every living thing. Allow me to introduce it to you.
So we're literally fighting terror.
I got it! I got one!
You knew that was gonna happen, right? I called that point 1.
That's how many people he said they were up to! I made it just
I called that shit in point 1. We knew that was gonna happen. We knew that. Civil War. We knew that.
Death can't touch me now. I'm free of all that crushing fear.
Congratulations to all who have acquired it. We have reached our total of 5,000 registered users. The day of deliverance you were promised will soon be upon us.
Oh, give it back!
I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
You think that's what I want?
Remember now. Remember your fear of dying. That terror will carry you across the threshold. Make of you an endless.
He's about to kill 5,000 of them. I mean, he may kill them. I don't think they'll go that far. I think he'll just use their essence to fight. But remember, to become endless, you can't be among the living.
What's going on?
Securing the requisite ether is simple. I need only reroute lightning energy from living memory. Then I encourage the populace to define its form through hope and thought and prayer. Such an abstract method, however, is rife with unpredictable elements. What I wanted was an entity that could defeat you with utmost certainty. To that end, I set strict parameters for a concept of my own design. It was a laborious task, one that required almost more time than I had, but I managed it in the end. And now, everything is in readiness. I bid you, come forth.
What does this look like?
What is that?
We got a giant tentacle monster, really? We basically got something that looks like Ultima.
A primal summoning, and one defined by a concept, no less. How did he learn such techniques? Keep these close.
That is a false deity, brought into being through the prayers of the desperate and the hopeful. The talismans will protect your minds from being enthralled.
It's almost like we've done this song and dance.
Do you still mean to stand against me?
You have so much to answer for. Dude, we've defeated gods.
Assuming you win, the defeated ask no questions.
Like, primals is what we do. Baby. We defeated the primalist of primal. The Ageless Necropolis. That's a cool name, though. I'll give you that. Oh, we could use a duty support system. Awesome. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm about to do this to you. But we're gonna finish this either tomorrow or Wednesday. I'm sorry, I gotta get up. I get super early. I'll leave it right there. But in the meantime, can't wait to see how this ends, guys. Have a legendary night. And I'll see you again in the next day or so. I'll let you know in Discord.